It does. Okay. Hi, I'm Kathleen.
And I'm Charlene.
And I'm the daughter.
And I'm the mother. I'm also Ma. Yes. To all my kids and grandkids.
And we're here because we figured out over 100 years musical professional. Yes, it is 100 years professional musical.
We're not that old, but
yeah, it doesn't matter how old we are. Anyways, the point is, she was a symphony orchestra player and I am a singer.
Yes.
So between the two of us, we have kind of the whole spectrum covered, and we are the two C's here to discuss the big C, classical music.
Right.
Because not only do we have a few ideas on how to perform it, but also how to listen to it, enjoy it, and a few critical commentary as well.
And stories too. I mean,
yeah,
we're always talking about music, and everything we listen to, we talk about or critique or have some opinion about it.
Or how it's related, like, you know, I mean, you studied and were played with all these big name people, so you always have some story to tell. Like, I mean, just recently, the Canadian brass was playing something, and you had said when you were at Tanglewood, one of the guys knew you, but you didn't know that he knew you and whatever.
Well, he said to Kathleen's father that he knew me, and I had forgotten about Tanglewood, so.
Because my father's also a professional musician. He was a horn player, actually very famous.
So
so I got music on both sides.
Right, lots of music in our life. Well, that's the whole music. At work now, I play music through the internet. You know, I get to all the orchestras and all the stations in Europe, and I play music all the time. I'm educating everybody I work with, and whether they like it or not, I haven't played.
Which is something that all musicians should strive to do anyways, is to not only share ideas with others, but in a sense you're supporting the whole genre by passing.
Playing it. You mean because of playing it for
playing
people, and even though they don't like it at the time, their ears start getting used to it. They do, because I know that when I first started doing this, everybody hated it, but now they don't hate it, you know. At least they don't give me a hard time about it, so I guess it's okay. I'm educating them too.
Well, that's fine. So we have a lot to talk about, because she was first a violinist, and then you were a violist, and you were at the University of Miami with all these famous people, and you were at Tanglewood and New England Conservatory, and then you played in all these symphonies up and down the East Coast in South America, and blah, blah, blah. So
Quebec.
Between all that, and Quebec, yes, where I grew up as a child and was exposed to music all the time, because I grew up in concert halls.
I need to tell this story about when you were 1 month old. We were playing out in Jackson Hole. It's like, well, it was the 4th year of it, but we started with that festival playing in that orchestra. And I took you with the babysitter, a lady, and the kids, because it was a children's concert. And so Oscar Werner Mueller was the conductor, and he came out and he said, well, we're all going to play this loud chord, you know. I mean, he had told us ahead. So
he told you guys.
He told the orchestra to do this.
But not the audience.
No, right, in a rehearsal. He says, well, this is how we'll start the concert. So we played this loud chord, and you went, wow, like that, really loud. And he says, there's a music critic.
See, I was 1 month old. I guess I was all set for it.
That was funny. Everybody laughed.
See, I was comedic, entertaining, and it was only 1 month. See, it worked to my favor.
Yeah, and so, you've always gone into the concerts and, you know, sitting up in the balcony, and I could hear you guys talking, you know, and worrying as I'm playing on the stage. And oh my God, what are they doing now?
Well, what were we doing? Playing cards?
I don't know. I think one time Brian had marbles or something. They were dropping. I could hear that.
In the concert hall?
Yes. In Quebec, way up, because I'd get tickets for the boxes usually. You know, they had extra ones. So you guys, yes. You were there too.
Okay.
So this is the kind of thing we're always bringing up, these funny things.
When you played in Venezuela, that I would sit in the back row with Patrick and Alan, and I would always fall asleep.
Yeah.
Even though the music was really loud.
Yeah, well, you were young too, so it's not a surprise that you were.
So,
anyway, so
okay.
We got off the subject.
Well, we'll go at the beginning. So you started playing.
I started at 8 years old, and
you were the violin.
Right. I grew up in Indiana, and they had northern Indiana. They had a great music program at that age for orchestra and band, and they had it all over, and they had music teachers that evidently pushed this. And so we had, someone came to our school, like it was the 3rd grade, and they had everybody sing, and I think, what did I say? My Country 'Tis of Thee, maybe it was.
Probably, or something.
And whoever could sing in tune, they said, okay, you got to play an instrument.
You didn't play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
No, we had to sing. We had to
yeah,
sing.
no, that makes sense.
And so whoever, they thought, they said, well, you play this, you play that, you know, and so most of the girls played the violin. So I started with all, you know, other people, everybody, most of the girls dropped out, but I kept going, and then eventually I had private lessons that year, I think, maybe started that year.
You said you played in the South Bend Symphony?
Well, yeah, that was in high school. So then we had the junior high orchestra, a full orchestra. We used to play little Mozart things. And then the orchestra in high school was very good. In the summers I went to Indiana University, they have music camps down there. And that last year I played in the South Bend Symphony because I was taking lessons, violin lessons from the symphony conductor who came there. He was from Hillsdale College.
Oh,
Edwin, oh shoot, I forgot his last name.
Wasn't he still there? Because remember when I was in Michigan and
right,
that girls
but
went to school
he
there
has died, right, he knew,
okay.
he was, so anyway, then I went to the University of Miami, Florida, and after that I went to Tanglewood.
You had a scholarship to go there, didn't you?
Yeah, right.
That's pretty
So,
cool.
well, but they had like a regular symphony orchestra there. That symphony was it was called the University of Miami Symphony, but it was the teachers, of course, the students, and you got a scholarship if you played in the symphony, and local musicians around town. I mean, it was a full class, a regular orchestra, symphony orchestra.
Played in it too?
Yeah, it was a very good orchestra. We had, you know, all leading, so well, not Arthur Rubinstein, he was in South Bend, but like Patrice Menzel and people like that all came down. Villalobos came and conducted us and gave a talk. His wife had to interpret, and all kinds of famous people came down there with the symphony. It was an unbelievable experience. I mean, this was college. College orchestras don't usually have that kind of background and experience, so it was really good.
Who was your teacher there?
My teacher his name was Joel Beloff. He was one of the revolving concertmasters of the Philadelphia Orchestra. And the reason that Miami was so good then is because a lot of these people had retired from the north, like Renée Langer, which we talked about, who was a solfege teacher. She taught at Juilliard, she taught at Curtis, she taught everybody famous, like Leonard Rosen and Leonard Bernstein and people like that. And she retired and went down there.
Wait, she was a contemporary of that chick in Paris? What's her name?
Right. Bélanger. Wasn't her name Bélanger? Boulanger. Right. Her father was the first...
Langer,
yeah, was the first flute of the Boston Symphony. But he had come over from Paris, and he had been, you know, in the Paris Orchestra or something, and she had gone to the Paris Conservatory. She also was at the first performance of The Rite of Spring when everybody threw vegetables and walked out and all that. So she stayed. She, you know, liked it because she was a student there. And
so she was older when she was teaching you in Miami.
Oh yeah, she had retired from, or been kicked out. I don't know. She was very, very fun. In her way, not flamboyant, but very strict and stern, you know, and there were stories about, I don't know, sometimes she didn't get along with people, so I don't know exactly.
You mean because of her stern?
Yeah, for her stern personality, probably. Maybe she demanded more than she got, I don't know. But